So welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me in this month's videos training. We're going to go over an awesome topic which will help you basically get through anything in life, all of your challenges. And it really comes down to knowing your true self. And I know, some people say, well, I know myself. But the idea is to know your true self, your real self that will get you through anything, whether it's the spiritual path or any challenges you face in your, regular life. So the whole idea is to help you face the challenges of, sometimes you might be feeling that you're missing something in life, or maybe you're kind of confused or lack clarity, or sometimes you feel like giving up and you feel kind of lost. And these are unsettling feelings because it stems from not knowing your true self, not knowing who you really are. And I've been in the same position too. So for example, when I started my journey, I was 17 and I was lost for a really long time, and then suddenly something happened to me. It clicked and I became happy. I decided to be happy, and it was during that time I discovered what I wanted to do in my life, which was to be a monk and a spiritual teacher, which I am now. And I was passionate about helping other people, helping other realize the happiness that's within, that this newfound realization and awakening can help eliminate those ideas of feeling that something's missing in your life, or feel that you want to give up on life, or there's no hope, or these other unsettling feelings. So I discovered 3 things that in that time that really carried me through 10 years of being on this spiritual path. And so I want to share that with you so that when you know yourself, it comes from knowing why. It's the why that motivates you. It's the why that inspires you. And it's the why that, just takes you to the top. Because unless you have a reason to fight, you're not going to fight. So for example, if you have something that you're so passionate for, you're going to fight and fight and fight. But unless you have that why, that reason, you're not going to find that clarity. You'll always stay lost and feel like something's missing in life. But when you discover your why, you discover yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and take you to the drawing board now and show you how you can discover your why today. I'm really excited to share this model with you today. This way you can know yourself and know your why. Knowing your why, like I said, is going to take you through any challenges you have in life. Setbacks on the spiritual path, setbacks in your societal life, worldly life, whatever it is. Once you know your why, you hang on. You hang on for the ride, and you just ride that roller coaster, and eventually it'll end and you are truly happy and centered and grounded and just fully awakened. But it first starts by knowing your why. So I broke down knowing your why in 3 P's, which I'm going to go over right now. The first P is knowing your purpose. What's your purpose in life? Having a purpose can drive you, can motivate you, can just move you forward through life because you have a purpose, you have a reason, you have a why. You need to have a purpose in your life. If you don't know your purpose in life, decide one and create one today. Why waste your life and wait for your purpose to happen to you? Just create it. Sometimes it just takes that willpower, that strength, that courage to decide what you want to do with your life and why. There are 4 elements to me that help you decide what your purpose in life is. And it's by asking questions like, why do you exist? Why do you exist? Meaning. What does life mean to you? What does your life mean to you? And how can you make yourself, your life, your instrument useful And lastly, how can you serve others? What's the purpose of your life? Ask these questions. Why do I exist? What is the meaning of my life? How can I be useful in the world and in my own life? And lastly, how can I serve? When you start to identify the answers to these questions or statements, you're going to discover your purpose. And it might take some time to reflect on your answers. Maybe it might take 20 minutes and it comes quick, or it might take 3 days. Whatever it is for you, just put efforts in deciding and creating what your purpose is. And also, it's important to remember that our purpose can change in the different phases of our life. So, for example, if your purpose is to teach people right now, maybe after a few years your purpose might change, and that's okay. I think as a society we've always just focused, okay, you only have one purpose, so you just have to decide what it's going to be. And then, you kind of feel pressured, because sometimes as you grow and as you change, you discover more purpose and higher purpose. And so you have to be open to going with the flow as far as your purpose. But it's important, in order to have a why and in order to start understanding and knowing yourself, decide and create a purpose today. The next aspect of knowing your why, knowing the reason in order to fight, is to be passionate. What are your passions? What are your passions in life? What do you love to learn? That heart right there represents love, okay? So what do you love to learn? What do you love to do? And what and who do you love to be with? Because when you discover what you truly, truly love to do, what you truly, truly love to learn, and who you love to be with, you get to feel alive. You get to feel passionate. You get to feel on fire. Like, for example, I love to speak, and I feel on fire. I feel alive when I get to speak and teach, because I've discovered that's my purpose, and I love it, and I feel that I'm being myself with you, and I get to share myself with you. And it's just an amazing, amazing feeling of clarity, and I feel successful because I know what my purpose is and what my passions are. My purpose is to help others awaken their soul and fight for social justice. That's my purpose in life. And why? Because I'm passionate. I love to learn about spirituality. I love to learn about different cultures and see how I can help them some way in bringing, for example, reducing male dominance in society and bringing women equal, because I believe and I know equality is real and it's true. And so I'm passionate about those things about society. So, for example, the children in Africa and this movement called Invisible Children. I'm very passionate about that because it's wrong, and it's wrong to brainwash children to kill. They're training children to kill and be part of an army, and that's, the child's losing their innocence. So part of my purpose is to fight for their voice, fight for the hopeless, fight for the helpless, fight for the most unhappiest person in the world, because I've decided that is my purpose in life. Why? Because I'm passionate. I'm passionate about loving people. I'm passionate about helping people. And I'm passionate about being surrounded by spiritual people, or those that want to be on the spiritual path, because that's what motivates me. That's what encourages me. That's what makes me feel alive and learn about myself even more. And it's great. And I love it. And I love being me. I wouldn't want to be anybody else but me. So you can see how knowing yourself can happen through knowing your why, and that's through purpose, passion, and principles. What are the principles you live by? So, for example, What are the philosophies that you love, that you live your life by? Just pursuing joy, or asking questions and wondering where we come from, and these kind of questions. What's your philosophy in life? What are you about? What do you think the world is about? And then there's our values. What values do you live by? What are your morals? What are the higher concepts you love, enjoy, and live by? And also, lastly, what teachings do you live by? I mean, if you look at the big picture, when you're living through purpose, passion, and principle, that's who you are. You've decided what you want to believe in, and the values you live by, and the morals, what means most to you, the moral to do good, the higher concepts of being spiritual and being awakened as a soul, the teachings of love and nonviolence. And you have these tremendous values like patience and being trustworthy and speaking the truth. I mean, when you live by higher principles, your passion and purpose, you'll know your why. You'll know why you exist. You'll know why you should fight through any challenges you experience in your life, spiritually, in the societal, worldly, anything. Because now you know your heart. You know yourself. That no matter what, you always have you. You don't have to believe in anything else. You don't have to believe in God or rely on God. You have yourself. You know yourself. And like I said before in other videos, all that is inside of you. Infinite power, infinite joy, infinite knowing, infinite aliveness. Your soul is so alive, so expanded. And you get to taste that when you know yourself and when you know your why. Knowing your why brings you your happiness. Knowing your why helps you become successful in life. Knowing your why helps you become spiritual. And knowing yourself. Know your why. If anything else that you learn through this training video series, know your why. Because this is what's going to get you through anything, everything. Whether you're at work, or at home, or at school, or in the forest meditating. You have your why, you know your why. So this is your answer for any challenge you face in life. How amazing is that? You have your answer. All you have to do, pull out your piece of paper and know your why. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do today as your homework. Take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down the question, what is my purpose? And under that statement, answer the question, why do you exist? What does life mean to you? How can you be useful? How can you use your instrument in this world? And how can you serve? The next section, what are your passions? What do you love to learn? What do you love to do? And who do you love to be around? I mean, just stepping back, why are most people not happy with their life or with their career or their education and life path and all those things? Because they haven't decided. They've settled. They've gone with what society expects of them or what their parents expect or what parents expect from you, But when you decide for yourself and answer these questions, you're going to move forward. And lastly, what are your principles? Write down in that section, what are the philosophies you live by? What are your highest values? What are the morals you live by? What are the higher concepts you believe and know in? And lastly, what are the teachings that you love, that inspire you? Write all the answers to these questions down. It's a lot and it's going to take time, but this is your answer to face anything in life, all those challenges, all those setbacks, all the times you get confused and lost, or you feel like something's missing in your life, you have your answer. Pull out that sheet of paper when you're not feeling good and when you're having one of those low moments in your day. Pull out your why statement and you're set. You have your why statement, believe in it, and know it. That's how you're going to be successful in life. That's how you're going to be happy in life. That's how you're going to awaken your soul. And that's how you get to start bringing your gift, your uniqueness out into this world. We're tired of a world full of zombies and corruption. People that don't think for themselves and that just live life by everybody else's expectations or perceptions and judgments and all that stuff. And people become lost and trapped in a box. But now is the time to open that box, open up and see your gifts, see your aliveness, see your shiningness, see your own divinity, see your just own beauty. Discover your purpose, discover your passions, and discover your principle. Decide why. Know your why. It's inside of you. Take a few moments to write down the answers. It's going to save you one day. I saved myself because I discovered these things. I've had challenges like crazy, but I always knew that I wanted to help people. I wanted to be a monk, and I wanted to be a spiritual teacher, and I just wanted to love myself, improve myself spiritually, and grow and awaken. And I want to help others do the same. Through all the challenges I faced in the later part of my senior year in high school, going to the army and getting deployed to Iraq, going through college, and now in my early monk life. So many challenges, but I have my why. And that's what pushes me to keep on going, and you can keep on going too. So with that, I thank you so much for joining me in this video training. I mean, this is it. You got it in your hands. I'm so excited. I'm so happy I got to share that with you today. It's the answer. It's the answer. Know your why, know yourself. It's all inside of you, and I can't wait to hear what your why is. So what you can do is, underneath this video, post your why, post your purpose, post your passions, post your principles, and any other questions you might have. And I will go through them and answer them as many as I can personally. I believe in you. So until next time, believe in yourself, love yourself, and know yourself. Because hope for a better world starts with you.